Hello, I'm Nathan Brown from Co-op Culture. This video is being produced for practitioners who are on the Barefoot Co-op and Community Business Development Training Programme. And today we're looking at cooperative business models. Arguably, there are as many different business models as there are individual businesses. Cooperatives operate in all sections of the economy, and cutting through these various business models are cooperative variants. The nature of cooperative business models and the advantages they bring usually relate directly to the nature of membership and the member benefit that that cooperative offers. In some cases, co-ops may appear to operate, quote unquote, normal business models, but will have an extra dimension such as worker ownership. These extra dimensions can be referred to as the cooperative advantage. So here are a few examples of cooperative dimensions to business models. Market failure, or is it a co-op opportunity? Whilst cooperatives need to make profits in the same way as any other business, the levels of profitability required by a cooperative may be lower than the return required by shareholders from a traditional business. This has been shown to be the case where shops or pubs in villages or some urban areas have not produced sufficient profits for a traditional business owner to remain interested. They want to pull out. But the business did produce enough profit to be viable. However, the focus of a cooperative can be about meeting member need and or community needs, not just pursuing a return for investors. So without the need to satisfy an extractive level of shareholder return that is unsustainable, the business can still be viable and provide jobs and services for the local community. Reduced operating costs. Sometimes the cooperative business model provides a means to reduce operating costs. Members who own and democratically control the cooperative may be willing to volunteer time or services, so that could reduce staffing costs. Members may be willing to provide the finance required for the business through low-cost loans, withdrawable share capital, which reduces financing costs. Suppliers may be willing to offer better credit terms to the co-op they're a member of, reducing cash flow requirements. So there are a number of different ways that actually, the way that members are involved and own and control the cooperative can actually reduce the costs of running that cooperative business. Profit sharing in a cooperative, that is the payment of dividends or bonuses in relation to each member's transaction with the co-op, is part of the cooperative secret sauce. The member owners of a cooperative have vested interest and a stake in the continued success of the business. The more profit it makes, the greater the share of profits for members. So this can drive increased customer loyalty, which drives increased turnover. Members will actively promote their cooperative, acting as a free marketing resource. Or to put it another way, they're your secret sales force. This is my bookshop, I own it, I'm going to tell my friends to go and shop there because if it's successful, I stand to gain. Even though I won't gain directly from their sales, but I stand to gain from either my access to that service or from the profit share that relates directly to how much I have transacted with that cooperative. In worker cooperatives, the profit share can drive increased profitability because workers know that their hard work is going to be rewarded through a share of the profits. For some co-ops, members may even withstand a higher upfront price, which eases cash flow because they know they will have a share of any profits derived. Predistribution. So some cooperatives, particularly housing cooperatives and food buying co-ops, turn traditional models on their head by providing what is effectively a predistribution of the profits by reducing the profit margin and therefore the price that members pay for their services or goods. Clear member benefit up front, rather than waiting until the year end and a profit share. Lastly, the way that cooperatives organise themselves and involve their members in day-to-day operations can be a fundamental feature of the business model. For example, tapping into increased market intelligence in the case of a consumer co-op. Your members are the customers. They have a direct line of communication with the business to say what they want, what they need, what they're interested in. Or, for instance, the worker co-op input from members in how to run the business more effectively. Members can also provide valuable input into service design so it better meets their needs if it's a service providing co-op. So these are just a few examples of features of cooperative business models.